Hello, hello, and welcome back as I don a Swami outfit, hold an envelope to my head, and predict what's about to break a foot off in my ass in XCOM, The Long War. And got my envelope here, let's see, a cyberdisk destroyer. A cyberdisk destroyer. Alright, let's take a look here. What haunts Pete's nightmares like the time you walked in on your parents experimenting with anal? Yeah. Haha, yes sir! Anal! Ha! Doing it in the butt! Haha! Alright, well, settle down there, Ed McMahon. It really wasn't that funny. Then again, neither was the tooled up Death Roomba the team and I had to face off against last episode, so I mean, that wasn't very funny either. And it's something I think probably is best left safely hermetically sealed in a mayonnaise jar on Funkin' Wagnall's back porch. Just like you try and keep the image of your dad taking a crack at your mom's crack sealed on the back porch deep in your subconscious, where it belongs. Because, there are some things really that man was not meant to know. So let's forget about the whole thing there. That was kind of a weird metaphor. Don't really care what your parents get up to in the bedroom. Our third shadow device is complete. I do care about that. I'm fucking excited. I was worried that the aliens were going to completely bugger us on this mission since I made a butt sex joke, but turns out with a third shadow device, it may be us buggering the aliens for a change. Let's see what this one has in store. Some side training here. Okay, good. Come on, baby. God damn you, Atlas King, you miserable fuck. The log jam in the tubes. We can't clear the jam. The log jam cannot be cleared. It's all log from top to back, front to front, side to side. It's like somebody's been steadily pounding at the, place where logs normally come out of, and we haven't had a chance to clear the logs. I'm just sticking with the anal references here. It's just I'm not gonna give it up until I find a way to make it funny. Damn it, I will find a way. Spoiler, I'm not gonna find a way. God damn. Alright, just get back in the tube, Atlas King. I'm telling you, I'm holding Harold hostage this time. That's all there is to it, Harold. I'm gonna go get Madison. I'm gonna take him hostage. I'm gonna hold you both hostage. I'm gonna make you watch me torture Madison if you don't get this shit done. You've been in a tube for 24 fucking days, Atlas King. 3 consecutive failures. You gotta get your shit together, man. Get your shit together. Or I'm gonna ram it back up your ass with some kind of, forced rectal coprophile transplant. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm getting into some weird human centipede here shit. I'm just so full of rage. 10 chrysalid corpses for 2 scientists. I mean, yeah, sure, why? We have no use for chrysalid corpses, literally none. I would trade them away for the proverbial ham sandwich at this point. I would also trade them away for a literal ham sandwich, because I like ham.
Contact detected.
So we got a small scout coming in, nape of the earth over Nigeria. This is a research mission. That's fine. We have 1 pilot. Okay, well, that's a little disturbing. I think we have to send Rattler up on balanced here, and we may have to use a dodge module to bring this down. We're gonna have to hope for a little better than average luck, I think, on this one. Alright, Rattler. Why do I only have 4 interceptors in Africa? I should have way more interceptors than this. Alright, come on, Kurosawa. You're on balance, so there. Oh, good. Okay, come on, baby. Come on. There it is. Alright, well, I'm not really enthused about the fact that you blew it the hell up, but, I mean, I am enthused by the fact that you at least didn't get killed. Could have used the salvage on that. We really could have. On the plus side, it does give us a chance to complete some I say complete, but, I mean, we don't, yeah. Alright, well, that was what, Bloody Mary Stewart, I think? We should probably just throw Bloody Mary back in the tube, I guess. Nobody succeeds here on Project Lazarus. It's just, it's all unending, catastrophic, miserable failure. Yeah, that's, pretty much the way it goes. We're never gonna clear the log jam here in the tube. Never. 10 berserker corpses for... No, I don't need credits. You're gonna have to come at me with something other than money, XCOM, at this point. I mean, really, I can't be bought. Not because I don't have a price, because, trust me, I have mercenary sensibilities. I absolutely can be fucking bought. That's totally a thing. But in this case, I have all of the money I will ever need, so you can't necessarily buy me right now.
Your efforts to support
yeah, we can't really
team,
afford
Commander.
to do any actual research. Something I do want to look at down in your foundry here. Do we have any projects that need to be done? I am a dumb man. So I've been waiting for advanced servo motors for a long time, and I actually came down here not to look for advanced servo motors. I was actually looking to see about Illyrium afterburners. I wanted to see how much Illyrium it takes, because we need to do this. We need the enhanced intercept time, especially if we're going to be using that against the Overseer's vessel. We need longer intercept times, and this is actually what I came down to look at. Turns out I could build... I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb man. I don't need more weapon fragments. What is alien nucleonics? We should probably do this. It takes 120 hours, which is a lot. It takes 150 meld, which could matter less, and 500 credits, which, you know what? Yeah. We need to up our... I actually should have done that a long time ago, really. Probably should have had that one finished some time ago. We're not going to be able to do any research at all.
And as soon as we've got something, I'll be in touch.
Yeah, well, as soon as I get some more Illyrium, I'll be back, Dr. Shin there. Can we start anything at all? Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we can do any of these. We don't have enough Illyrium. This is why we need these aircraft. We need these small UFOs not exploding in the sky. I don't suppose we could build any chance that we might be able to build a heavy plasma weapon, is there? I'm going to guess no. Plasma Dragon, how much? 64 Illyrium for that bad boy. Okay, well, we're nowhere near that then. Back to mission control then. We're going to have to get to scanning. We got a council report coming up in a day, which I guess is something. I don't want to talk to Optimus Prime. Optimus...
We are extremely impressed with the progress
Why
of the
are you
XCOM
extremely
project
impressed?
thus
8
far,
UFOs
Commander.
escaped this month alone,
Your
Optimus
recent
Prime.
results
8.
were beyond our expectations.
Well, at
And
least
that
you
is
have
not a
reasonable
statement this
expectations for the
council makes
project.
lightly.
I will give you full credit for that. So we stopped 3 abductions. It says we stopped 2 Terra missions. That's bullshit. I know for a fact there were at least 3 Terra missions in April. So yeah, that's horseshit. Shot down 12, completed a council mission, launched 2 satellites, completed 2 research projects. Amazing. Rated 6 UFOs. Where were the 8 UFOs that escaped? I sincerely am confused
We will be in touch,
about where these
Commander.
UFOs are, because we have satellites over everywhere now. Satellites and interceptors are across the board. Please don't fail. Unfucking believable. This is becoming farcical, really. My goal is to have a psychically powerful campaign where we have a bunch of psychers, and you know what? Our continued abject, bitter, miserable failures are an insurmountable roadblock to this. It's taking too much time. Why is Sun Tzu? I don't want to put him in the tube. I forgot to level Sun Tzu. Apparently he gained a level and I forgot to pick an ability for him. I don't want to shove him in the tube, though. Where the hell is Ava Perón? Ava, get your dumb ass back in the tube. And don't fuck it up this time, you goddamn embarrassment. Our people, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Fucking killing me, Smalls. Smalls in this case is, of course, Ava Perón. I mean, she's not a large woman, so I think it's okay to call her Smalls. Also, I forgot to pick lightning reflexes, I guess, for Sun Tzu. I'm not sure why I would have done that, but I'm glad I noticed before I took him on a mission. Because it might be a while before we take the old war dog on a mission. He's not exactly my favorite assault trooper.
Contact detected.
Alright, so we got a small UFO coming in low over France. We should have no real trouble taking this down. Let's send up old Blinker Kamala. Alright, Blinker, here's the thing. Don't fucking blow it up. I don't care what you do, just don't destroy it. I mean, I would prefer that you also not be destroyed, but we really need a mission here. Brilliant start, by the way. Well, I mean, you followed orders. You didn't really follow them well. You didn't show any kind of adaptability or improvisation. I should have amended to the orders, bring it down, and don't get yourself shot, but I'm dumb. And also, this is going to be a hell of a mission. So a small UFO has 15 crew member on it. We've got a Cyberdisk, Muton, Elites, Outsiders, other Mutons. This is going to be fairly harsh. I would love to take some of our lower ranked troopers on this one, but I don't really think we're going to be able to commit a whole lot of lower ranked troopers. Franklin D. Roosevelt as a leader is not a terrible idea. Alternatively, do we have another scout, or another sniper, rather, I might prefer? The Duke would level. I say the Duke needs to go in the tubes, but at this point, needs to go in the tubes applies to pretty much our entire team. All of them need to go in the tubes, and it's pretty unlikely that many of them are going to get the chance to go into the tubes. So you know what? To hell with it. Let's take the Duke and get him his maximum rank. I'm not going to take Franklin, Helen, or Van Dorn. Against my better judgment, I don't even want to talk about it. Every time I do this, I feel dirty. You make me feel dirty, J. Robert Oppenheimer. I mean, and I've sold hand jobs for crack and behind the alley behind a 7-Eleven before, and you know what? This makes me feel more dirty than literally whoring myself for drugs did. Yeah. It's not true. I've never sold hand jobs for crack. Sold hand jobs for heroin. Let's get the fucking set the record straight. All right, plasma carbine, recoilless rifle, shredder rocket. You have to have the biggest aim item we can possibly give you, which is somewhere I have an enhanced scope. Yeah, illuminator gun sight. Don't talk to me ever again, J. Robert Oppenheimer. I already told you how dirty you make me feel. Not the good kind of dirty either. Samuel the Mustache Clemens, we don't need him. I would prefer to take an infantry who could theoretically gain EXP, which also is not Steve Lawsuit Jobs, and Steve Lawsuit Jobs has already got that covered. Let's grab the Duke, though. Gotta make items available. John Wayne is absolutely going on this mission. John Wayne has been a damn solid performer for us. I don't have any complaints about the Duke. Just like his films. I mean, the guy, say what you want. John Wayne, he turned in a solid performance in every movie the guy was ever in. He may not have been the greatest actor of all time, but he was a damn sight better than Keanu Reeves, who actually I think is kind of also just middle of the road acceptable. I don't want to beat up on Keanu Reeves. I mean, the guy knows how to pick a script. You got to give him credit for that. He's not the greatest actor, but he's in good movies. He's in good movies. So that's got the Duke sorted. We are going to need some manner of scout. Let's have that not be Thomas Edison. Mitch Pancakes Hedberg, max rank. Virginia Big Bad Wolf, max rank. Virginia could get some psychic EXP. Honestly, I think we're going to have to do this. I don't like taking the Big Bad on such a low priority mission. But I got to get away from my too good to use syndrome. I really do. We've got to give our psychically powerful troopers a chance to earn psychic EXP whenever they can, especially because of the log jam. The log jam is the reason we got to start doing this. We're going to go with neuro regulator, chameleon suit. I'm going to go forego our customary battle scanner because Virginia comes with 2, and we're going to give her the mind shield. Alternatively, we could give her one of our billion shadow devices. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's give her a 3rd shadow device. Don't have to worry about being mind-controlled if I'm friggin' invisible, do I? Suck it. Shadow devices really are the only way in Build 15 that you're ever allowed to kind of be aggressive. B-E aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E. Yeah, the only way you can get the cheerleader's little mantra off there is to incorporate a shadow device in your gameplay. It really is. Let's take Typhoid Mary. We'll get a double-double here for Typhoid, and she can also tote a shadow device for us, so we'll grab a little Titan armor there. And nothing otherwise fancy. This is a small UFO. It does have 15 guys on it, so we do need to give you... Get the Gauss rifle. I think we'll go motion tracker, med kit, and then... Yeah, let's get rid of the second med kits and toss a shadow device on you instead. Where is my other shadow device? I mean, I've got a ton of these things. There we go. So what have we got? Rocketeer, which is definitely our commander's choice. Sniper, scout, medic. We need a gunner. We saw Cyberdisc on the list. If we're going to have a Cyberdisc, we're going to need somebody who has heat ammo and probably rapid fire in all likelihood. So who can that be? We got the Baker. The Baker getting real close to some psychic levels as well. Horatio, Hornblower, Old Admiral Nelson could possibly get it done if the need arises. I think St. Thomas More is in the hospital. So you know what? Let's go with, yeah, let's take the Baker out on this one. Psychic EXP, of course, regular EXP, has long not been a priority for the Baker here, but we'll make do with the Gauss machine gun. I'd love to get her a Plasma Dragon as quickly as possible, but given the Illyrium constraints we're kind of under, I don't foresee that happening anytime in the near future. Arc throwers. I mean, we didn't have an ethereal on this mission, so I'm not overly worried about arc throwers. We'll probably take them. Muton elites and mutons do still have weapons that we need. Where is just a regular scope? That's all I want. Oh, I have a neural gun link. I am retarded. So what do we want to give you then? We could throw the mind shield on you for some extra willpower. We could have you tote one of our 3 shadow devices. We're definitely going to give you armor piercing ammo. Cognitive enhancer does literally nothing for you. Alternatively, we could go with... let's go with the motion tracker. Nah, you know what? The Mind Shield is better. I think the Mind Shield gives us a boost in willpower. Does it not give us a willpower boost? It does. All right, let's do that. That way, if we do have to move, we can have Marie the Baker Antoinette employ her psychic abilities to good effect, since she'll have a bonus. And for I just want my armor-piercing ammo. Where is it? There it is. The Baker, secured in her kitchen, ready to whip up a deadly batch of alien croissants. I want 2 assault troopers for sure, and I would like to go maybe one good one, one sort of mediocre one. It's not going to be Teddy in the bench. The Immortal, some benefits to taking him. Sun Tzu is max rank, which, you know what? I think as a max rank assault is probably going to entitle him to go on fewer missions than he did before he was max rank. So let's go Willie Shakes. I think we'll go Willie Shakes and Catherine the Great on this one. Little Titan armor, of course, for Sir William. We can't forego that. It's an alloy cannon, of course. Shredder ammo, breaching ammo, and as much as I wish these were walker servos, they can't be. It's going to be an arc thrower instead. That's fine. Willie Shakes is pretty quick on his feet. Catherine the Great's going to be holding it down for the remainder of our assault team. Let's get her sorted. Got old Kathy ready. Titan armor, and exact same setup as we did for Willie Shakes. Catherine the Great, not quite the immortal bard, but, you know, I mean, she's got a different variety of immortality. Homegirl fucked a horse one time. Yeah, nah, that's actually probably not true. Historically, it's probably not true that Catherine the Great engaged in bestiality. Although she was a woman of great sexual appetite, and there's nothing wrong with that. It was really more of a slander campaign by her political foes, an attempt to discredit her. The fact that she was good at her job sort of earned her their hate. Racketeer, Sniper, Scout, Medic, Gunner, Assault. What am I missing? Oh, an engineer. Gotta have an engineer. What the hell's wrong with me? Who should that engineer be? Napoleon is capped on Psychic EXP. No advantage to taking him. The Madman is not capped and is a good pick. Marie Radium Curie, Princess capped. Do we have another engineer who's even psychically powerful? We got Tisiphone, who's waiting for the other half of Team Bobsy to get out of the infirmary. We got Elizabeth Tudor, who is just a shit sandwich. She's bad, but she is psychically powerful. You know what? Yeah. I think we've got enough other heavy hitters for a small UFO that we can probably get away with a little substandard engineer capacity and go for Gloriana here. Also, she can carry our 3rd shadow device, so she's the right choice. Also, it's a way for us to get some EXP for someone, at least, on a small UFO. Although we are actually getting, I think, 3. We got Catherine the Great, we got Elizabeth Tudor, and John Wayne here, who are all going to get some. But still, this is a small UFO. We got a lot of really high-ranked troopers, and it seems like we're vastly overcommitted for a small UFO. And the thing is, though, it seems like we've vastly overcommitted, but I got to stop upgrading myself for this, because in reality, I'm probably appropriately committed for a small UFO.
It looks like the alien crash site is in a remote area. If we move quickly, we may be able to secure the site before the aliens have time to regroup.
Oh, well, alright. Well, there are 15 aliens there. Some of them quite powerful. I'm sure they've already regrouped. But I do really need to stop beating myself up for taking Master Sergeants on small UFOs, because at this point in the game, this late in the campaign, it's not that we're wasting opportunities for EXP. We're really not. What we're doing is preventing valuable troopers from getting killed. The opposition is so powerful this late in the game that I mean, we literally could not take a rookie on a mission. If we were going to take a rookie on a mission like this, we would just have to assume that the rookie was going to do literally nothing. It would be just like going on a mission shorthanded. Where did we come in? Okay, so there's nothing on the motion tracker. Alright, Typhoid, where's the zone wall? We are right in the middle. So the UFO then theoretically should be in this direction, but I'm going to guess that it is not. We discovered nothing. Fire over here tends to indicate wreckage. Oh, you know what? I know, actually, I do know where we came in. We're going to be nowhere near where a pod might spawn. I'd love to wind up in cover. This literally can't pop a pod thanks to the motion tracker. Alright, so we can sort of move this direction aggressively. So nothing's going to be going on fancy-dancy here. We're just going to head balls to the wall. Straight out, we're going to try and grab this meld canister. Not this turn, but next turn if we can.
Solid copy.
We can't go too far forward because we're pretty much right now running the limit
Yes, sir.
of how far we can go with a guaranteed 0 chance of popping another pod. John Wayne, I'm gonna get you up in the air here, champ. Strap that yellow ribbon on, John. She wore a yellow ribbon and she wore it just for you. You don't want to make light of that woman's sacrifice. Whoever it was and she wore a ribbon, or she wore a yellow ribbon that actually wore the yellow ribbon, I don't remember. And Captain Embarrassment is gonna try not to fucking fall down while running and embarrass himself. That would be perfect. That should be a thing. On a dash move, there should be a chance that you fall. It's just like that you trip. Because J. Robert Oppenheimer would fucking trip every single time. I mean, it would happen literally every time he tried it. He would fall down and be like, guys, wait up. Oh, fuck, I fell on my keys. Oh, I think I broke my ankle. He's that inept. He really is. He's that completely and totally incompetent. So we have multiple pods then. There is a pod over here. We also saw little red titch over there. I really don't want to activate this pod because I'm fairly certain it's going to be not good for us.
Aye, aye.
We can take these moves with total safety. So let's get everybody in position, and then next turn, we'll see if we can make something positive happen with a little... We'll try and spring an ambush on him. I'm going to steady that weapon. Elizabeth Tudor, we can probably get you to here. That should be safe. You can be on Overwatch for now. Hopefully you'll be moving forward to wheel and deal a grenade for us next turn. The Baker, we're just going to move her up here to this small rock and have her hunker down. Billy Shakes, let's get you over here. You're going to be moving forward, so... John Wayne, just keep that weapon steady, pal. And Catherine the Great, you're going to double move up to full cover behind that rock. Get ready to wheel and deal. Potentially wheel and deal. I mean, we're going to go full Monty Hall in this one next turn.
You hear that?
Yeah, that's an attractive nuisance. Don't pay any attention. The real enemies are over here, guys. Don't buy into that I heard something over there noise. Don't fall for their trap. These aliens are just trying to sucker you in. Just trying to sucker you in. Don't get suckered. Alright, Big Bad. Go pop that pod and also steal me a meld canister. Alright, that's what I was expecting. Cyberdisc and drones. That's actually I was gonna say that's a pretty good activation for us, but for whatever reason, we can't see the frigging Cyberdisc. I'm thinking technically it's alright, Big Bad, you've got the lightning reflexes. He's gonna take a crack at you. It's gonna miss. A gun star. You named this thing after the spaceship. You named it after the spaceship in The Last Starfighter. I mean, that's really cool. It is. That's a fantastic reference, and I fully appreciated it. Yeah, fucking target the drone, John. That's what we need to kill. The drone is the biggest concern, not the gun star back here. I just want to see what abilities it has, because I'm sure they're going to be absolutely, totally, 100% fucking absurd. So, rapid reaction, aggression, evasion, bombard, heat ammo, death blossom, which I suppose is totally appropriate given the fact that it is a gun star. Light them up. It has damage. Repair servos. Yeah, it has damage. Damage control is the problem. It has damage control. I hate that ability. Probably more than literally any other ability in the game. And I say that when I mean I definitively hate it more than any other ability in the game. Thank you. All right, so Marie the Baker Antoinette coming through with a kill for us. Willie Shakes could go wreck a little shop. We'll come back to John Wayne because he's almost certainly going to be shooting at the Cyberdisc. We got 3 drones. J. Robert Oppenheimer could kill them, but he could also probably do better. You know what? I think we're going to have other people who can handle the drones. Let's hold off on J. Robert. We'll revisit him in a moment. Elizabeth Tudor has got to move.
On the move.
Let's bring her up here. We're going to drop her into full cover, and I think we'll have Elizabeth Tudor handle both the drones. She should be able to catch them both with the same grenade. Yeah. This should do adequate damage to kill them both. Alright, Gloriana, don't let me down here. You fucking let me down. God damn you, that was pathetic. What the hell was that? What the shit, man? Alright, well, now I'm feeling a little salty here. We're gonna need to be in full cover at the end of this turn. That's a must. Ideally, we're gonna be in full cover and probably, or hopefully at least, a smoke grenade as well. 81%. That gets the hit and run because that guy was technically not flying. So Willie Shakes with 1 kill. Chance to go 2 for 2. Willie Shakes delivers. And suddenly a lot of the threat has been eliminated here. 2 reasons. 1, I was worried about having anybody but can cover behind this because, of course, Bombard Grenade makes that explode. I'm not worried about getting hit by the grenade from that piece of shit wreck because it's going to do very minimal damage, like 4. Even on a direct hit, it's going to do like 4 damage, which is not a huge problem.
Ready for the fireworks?
The danger with Cyberdiscs and their grenades is always the subsequent follow-up shots that they get. But this guy's going to be flinging the grenade. He will get no follow-up shots. So we don't really have to worry about that. Mary Mallon is going to be employing a smoke device this turn. So we're going to move our distortion fields over into a better position. We'll come back to her in just a moment. I don't really see any advantage into moving Catherine the Great at all. And the Duke is going to do like 4 damage with the critical from his sniper rifle here. Or 12 damage. Okay, well that was really good. And then it's going to be Smoke Grenade City. Typhoid here, going to drop the Granado. The smoke is out, and that's going to be the end of our turn. We'll let this Cyberdisc take its shot. It may run away. No, it's coming forward. It's going to fling a grenade? Not at this range, it's not. What the hell are you doing? Just shooting. So, full cover in a distortion field, we still take 14 fucking damage, huh? Ah, it's totally reasonable and fair. Yeah, that's fine in the long war. This guy doesn't have 100 aim or anything. He wouldn't have needed like 240 aim to pull that off. We also have to have Virginia the Big Bad Wolf fall back because this thing is inevitably going to explode when it dies.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We're going to have her fall back to here. On the plus side, that didn't do actual damage to the Big Bad Wolf. Willie Shake's going to take a shot. 3 damage and a shred. Fantastic. That's not necessarily as much damage as we might have liked. This is not going to get us a kill here. Nope. 6 damage. This is why I hate damage control. It's so powerful. Who else do we have that can even shoot? Tudor, what's your chance? That's real bad. I mean, J. Robert, what can you do with just... Okay. Try not to embarrass yourself with your plasma carbine here. Yeah, I kid J. Robert Oppenheimer. He was always going to embarrass himself. I suppose we can try and have Mary Mount... No, it's not a shot. What can the Big Bad Wolf do? Virginia Wolf, can you get it done? 53% is not good. And still, you make J. Robert Oppenheimer look like a piece of shit jump. It was also ridiculously huge damage from a shotgun, and you went in a zone. Well, that's how you actually get shit done in XCOM The Long War. J. Robert Oppenheimer, stand up and take note, you fucking shameful piece of trash. There's a reason we call her the Big Bad Wolf. So Overwatch, then, we're going to come around and start throwing a bunch of med kit here at the Big Bad, because the Big Bad did get fucking cored like an apple.
Rub some dirt on it, you wimp.
Jeez, Mary Mallon, come on. She didn't... I mean, that is not a light injury. You should not be taunting her and saying, oh, you wimp, you got fucking destroyed by a Cyberdisc. How dare you show signs of actual injury? I mean, that's not cool, man. It's just mean, Mary Mallon. It's just mean. Then again, you did arguably, and with deliberate knowledge, give between 50 and 60 people typhoid and kill them. So historically, you weren't the nicest person anyway. So we've killed 4 enemies. We have 11 to go. I'm going to guess there are 2 outsiders and that the rest is going to be a pod of, probably a mixed pod of Mutons and Mutons Elites. We will come back to Mary Mallon momentarily.
Got it.
Mostly because I don't want to go forward until we've had a chance to have Mary Mallon scout things out with motion tracker. So we're just going to consolidate for a turn reload. I don't want to have Mallon doing that this turn, however, because I'm going to need her throwing more heals at the Big Bad Wolf. We're going to bring Virginia over. She's an Overwatch. Willie Shakes. Play a tiny speck of ketchup. He's going to reload as well.
Ready to engage.
Tiny speck of ketchup. That's how much ketchup you get by default at any fast food restaurant without asking. You don't ask for extra ketchup. They're going to give you a tiny speck of ketchup because, hey, that shit fucking costs money, man. Ketchup ain't free. It's more ketchup I got to give you on every order. That's cutting into my profits. So overhead, man. Overhead. Pisses me off when you go to a restaurant and they give you like 2 packets of ketchup. It's not enough ketchup, damn it. I'm complaining about ketchup at a hypothetical restaurant while playing a video game. Sometimes the absurdity of what I do when I record these episodes really sort of hits me full force. Not often, but occasionally, I do realize how utterly ridiculous this actually is. I love it, but mostly I love it for its ridiculousness. But let's get the big bad up, and we're not going to do anything sort of fancy or exciting this turn. It's going to be all dull all the time, everybody just getting into a good firing position so that we can take advantage in subsequent turns. I don't really think the Duke needs to move. Whatever he's going to contribute on this mission, he can contribute it just as well from where he is as from anywhere else we might possibly position him. So I'm okay with leaving the Duke be. Just keep steadying that weapon, John. Catherine, you're on Overwatch. And let's get Tudor up a little closer. And she's going to drop into Overwatch as well.
I'm on it.
Next turn, we'll actually try and make an effort to locate the enemy. Not this turn, next turn. I mean, we've got an audio clue, so we have a general idea, but we're going to try and be a little more specific. Now I suddenly have footsteps directly to my left. It's as though the aliens teleported, because they probably fucking teleported. Aliens that move off camera, their movement patterns follow no kind of rhyme or reason. It's just all nonsense. They do literally teleport around the map. Until you discover them, when they move, they teleport. This is not a good pop for us. I was hoping to find them without actually activating them. This is real shitty. So at the end of this turn, we're gonna have to have no one in line of sight. That's our goal. We do have 100% shots at that Mutant Elite. I simply cannot bring myself to pass up a 100% precision fire shot. That was huge damage from the Duke. Monstrous damage, in fact. Oh, that was really good, John Wayne. So Catherine the Great... Shit. I was hoping she would be one tile far enough away that she could not see anyone. She's going to have to reposition then, so we're going to have to fall back. My goal at the end of this turn is going to be to try to draw the aliens into an Overwatch trap. I'm not sure if Elizabeth Tudor is going to be able to fall back far enough. That's the problem. In fact, I'm almost certain she is not. Alright. Marie, we need you forward. You could... I mean... How far... Can you make this go far enough to be useful? You cannot. Why don't you just hunker down, then? Big Bad. I think we're going to bring you over here, and you are probably going to wind up having to toss a shadow device for us. Willie Shakes. You know, Willie, you might be relatively well positioned, but I think we'll have you come over here and drop into Overwatch. J. Robert Oppenheimer, I mean, you're going to come over here, you're going to steady your weapon, and you're just going to try not to fucking embarrass yourself. That's what you're going to do. Elizabeth Tudor. We're almost... Yeah, we're going to have to shadow device here. So we might as well have Tudor do it. So we bring Liz over. Mary Mallon is not going to be able to move far enough to get herself to safety. She's still going to be visible in that tile. Yeah, so shadow device is definitely in the cards then. That's fine. We've got plenty of shadow devices, and this is why I bring 3. Her Majesty, the Queen, shall protect us. Cast over us your royal mantle, Your Majesty, and keep us safe from all variety of harm. I'm actually just going to end my turn for fear of accidentally breaking Ghostbolt. Her Majesty will cast her cloak and mantle upon us and keep us safe in her protection. You're going to stand in the open on Overwatch, huh? Well, that's a really terrible strategy, Mr. Mutant Elite. I mean, just genuinely awful. Other 3 Mutons are more shuffling their position. I can't believe that guy just stood out in the open like that on Overwatch. It is comical to me in its ridiculousness. So I think probably one of our squad side... Yeah, Marie Antoinette actually has a relatively wide array of targets. And I would prefer to not shoot at that guy who's just standing in the open like an asshole if I don't have to. Alternatively, we could panic him and go for a capture. It's not a terrible idea. And in fact, you know what? I think we may... Let's see what John Wayne can do. I mean, I know John Wayne can kill that guy, but so can, like, 65 other people. This guy is on Overwatch, which is a bit of... Let's take the shot here. Non-zero chance John Wayne gets killed. Came damn close. Damn close. He needed just a tiny iota more damage. would have got the job done. Willie Shakes does have lightning reflexes, so if we needed to, we could run and gun Willie Shakes to there, but he'd almost certainly get grenaded by another Mutant Elite and killed, so that would be bad. J. Robert, I love having you fire rockets at literally one dude, by the way. What if we do this instead? What if we just launch a stupid shredder rocket over here? I think this is gonna shred two guys, maybe? Okay. I'm amazed that that did not hit. That guy has covering fire, clearly. That's my fault. I should have looked at the abilities. Or just expected that guy to have covering fire. Really, what I should have done is just expected that that man would have had covering fire. We got to shred, but we didn't really even need to shred. Big Bad Wolf could kill this guy whenever she wants, go in the zone. Alternatively, she could drop a Psy Panic. So if we were to panic, how many of these people could we panic? I mean, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood could it chuck? Could it chuck enough wood? We could have Virginia Woolf go take the Overwatch. It's 2 shots. And then Big Bad could throw panic at that guy, which would almost guaranteed work because he's basically dead. Who else has panic? We could have Marie the Baker Antoinette throw Psy Panic at someone. So we're only going to get 2 panics. One of which ideally would be against that man, which means somebody needs to kill that guy. Typhoid Mary has a shockingly difficult time, or we could advance forward, make a phalanx, and shadow device under the cover of Typhoid Mary's Aegis. You know what? I like that plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's make it happen.
Move out.
First things first then, Big Bad's gonna get shot at 1 billion times with a bunch of Overwatch fire. Virginia Woolf has taken a lot of risky moves so far this mission. I mean, she's done a lot of sort of dangerous shit. Mutant Elite Sentry, also coming up with the whiff, thanks largely to the lightning reflexes and the distortion fields we've got going here. Yeah, it's nice that you spotted a meld canister. I'm happy that you're happy. So do we want to panic that guy then, or would we rather just panic? Well, that guy's really hard to panic. We actually don't have fantastic chances to really panic any of them. We can kill this guy, guaranteed we go in the zone. I think this is a move which has tangible, decided benefits. Let's do it.
He's down.
That elite is done. We did go in the zone. If we could get another kill, I would be willing to continue shooting. Our chance to hit this guy is bad, and he's also not flanked, so that's not going to get us in the zone. Let's go for the panic. 47%. Oh, did we get it? We did. All right, so that sentry in for a world of hurt, panicking and hunkering down. Now, Willie Shakes, let's get you up here and have you do a little bit of shotgun surgery for us, Captain Awesome. Oh, there's another muton back there. Oh, that's good to know, I guess. We have no chance of hitting really any of these guys. We should still shoot. There's no disadvantage here. We should take the, I just took a 1% shot because I am dumb.
Missed.
Yeah, no kidding, you missed. That's, was a 1% shot, Willie. 1%, buddy. 1. There's a 1% chance there, big guy. 1. So are we better off to just kill someone then with this shot, or try to panic? We may need to move on our next turn, so you know what? I think we're better off to just go for the kill. Let's just murder that guy. 7 damage is a solid start. Can't get the follow-through. Man, you gotta work on your follow-through, by the way. I mean, I'm not trying to criticize your technique,
I'm on it, Commander.
Marie, but your follow-through really, I mean, it is the weakest part of your game. I mean, granted, your short game is also not fantastic, but your follow-through is real questionable. Elizabeth Tudor channeling a little bit of her inner Paula Deen and giving us the good old Southern girls, why don't all y'all suck on a little bit of all this? I do love it when they get the Southern accent voice thing going. Anybody else get? Okay, you're the last person to act. Shadow device is definitely the right call. This keeps everybody from dying, although there is only one muton, I think, over here, so we're not exactly faced off against the world's greatest opposition. This guy is panicked, so he's not a problem at all. This guy's just gonna come right towards us because apparently he wants to die. Alright, well, wish granted, sir. Ask and ye shall receive. Catherine the Great there, ready to remove what remains of your face. Here come the outsiders. That's a bit of a problem because it's going to make it considerably more difficult for us to set up this capture, which I very much want to make happen. Alright, so Virginia Woolf, We should move you to cover and have you toss a battle scan.
Move out.
If this doesn't show us those outsiders... Okay, it's actually thin men. It is 4 thin men who have moved to flank us. I will revisit you in a moment, then. It is worthwhile to note we still have 1 shadow device at our disposal as well. Marie the Baker Antoinette, 35, 35. She has a bunch of really terrible shots. J. Robert Oppenheimer. All right, Oppenheimer. All I really want for you to do here is to not murder Marie the Baker Antoinette. Now let's take a moment here, J. Robert, and consider your options, because your path of travel for this rocket does come perilously close to Marie Antoinette. And if you hit her, she's gonna die. So even if you miss the target by a country mile, I mean, literally, you could fire it straight up. That's all I care about. Just don't hit Marie Antoinette. That's all I'm asking. Thank you. The damage and the kill, admittedly, also have tangible benefits. But really, the only thing I cared about is you, for once, not shooting a member of your own team right in the fucking back. This is a guaranteed kill, and it saves ammo, so I'm just going to take a single shot. The Baker dusts one off. He is covered in flour. I don't know. I was going for some kind of covered and coated in flour, but he's just dead. He's not coated in anything. We just murdered him. He's dead. Also, that thin man, likewise dead. John Wayne just shot him right through the fucking eyeball. Catherine the Great, I think we're going to have you run and gun, which puts you in a position to probably get shot by a flanking thin man, but it's the risk we're going to have to take. If we want to set up the capture, somebody's got to take the risk that someone is you. As long as we don't also spawn the outsiders, I think we'll be okay. Excellent. 12 damage and a shred. That's a hell of a start. Elizabeth Tudor, I really don't like your current position, and I'd really like to not use a shadow device if at all possible. And you can see what? Just this guy? I think we'll go for mayhem suppress. No, that's going to hurt him too bad. Thinking about maybe a little mayhem suppression for a little Goldilocks level of damage. Kind of hurt him just right. This guy is shredded, though. This is going to kill him. That will kill him. That will kill him. Anything Willie Shakespeare can do also is going to kill him. Sir William yeah, no matter what he does, it's not going to tickle. Also, Willie's going to have a tough time finding himself any sort of cover whatsoever. I think we just have Willie straight up run. Don't spawn outsiders, Willie. Okay, good. You're in a flanking position, that's fine. Let's go for the mayhem suppression and see what kind of damage we can get out of this. Oh, god damn it, Elizabeth Tudor doesn't have mayhem because she's terrible. Shit. Alright, well, I would say we mind fray him, but... yeah, yeah, I was always... okay, yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not at all salty about the accidental kill. I'm not really that upset, apart from being really kind of upset, because I put a lot of risk. We're in a bad situation, and I took that... I was comfortable taking that bad situation simply so we could capture that Muton Elite. Somebody's getting flank shot by a thin man. That's gonna happen. Hopefully the person, whoever it is, will have Titan armor at his disposal. What are you doing? Running like hell, that's what. I guess he's trying to get a shot at John Wayne? He wants to go one-on-one, mano-y-mano with the Duke. That's gonna end in tears for you, sir. I mean, that's not gonna end, that does not have a happy ending for you. It really doesn't. Actually, the Duke can't even see him.
Back in.
Alright, we're gonna have the Duke reload and probably just steady his weapon. I'm shocked that the Duke can't see that thin man, but that's fine. We've got plenty of opportunities to deal with him. Marie Antoinette. Yeah, just go ahead and panic him. It's fine. Okay. For a minute, she pulled her gun out, and I'm like, what are you doing, Marie Antoinette? You're supposed to be panicking that guy. She's getting ready to start dealing on him. Like, not yet. It's too soon. Don't pull the trigger. She fooled me. I'm not ashamed to admit it. She tricked me. You got me, Marie. That was clever. It was a good prank. We're gonna take Catherine the Great up here. Willie Shakes is probably gonna head up there as well. I mean, no real disadvantage here into having Robert Oppenheimer move. We're gonna have him reposition. Shakespeare's gonna go very similar path to Catherine the Great, and I'm deliberately having him double move so that I don't accidentally spawn a pod. Actually, that's a little risky. You know what? Let's pile him right up behind her. He's not in cover, but the being not in cover is not really a huge problem. Let's bring Elizabeth Tudor to here. This also should be safe with regard to not spawning a pod. Typhoid Mary is going to dash over here. And if a worst case scenario happens and we get an unexpected spawn, we will be able to deal with it because, of course, we still have one shadow device in play. Virginia the Big Bad Wolf still toting hers. Thin Man's going to take a little break. Typhoid Mary, let's go ahead and have you take a shot here because you're not going to contribute much. Fantastic work, missing the flanker. That's well observed. That's typically true. You often don't get kills when you don't hit the enemy. It took Mary only like 40 missions to figure that out, I'd like to point out as well. So she came to that conclusion in what is amounted to a respectable amount of time. 25 missions, and she finally came to the conclusion that if you don't hit the enemy, you can't kill the enemy. Remarkable. That's some Sherlock Holmes-esque deductive reasoning there. I mean, she took a look at the principles in play and then came up to, by our very own self, with the conclusion that, you know, if you don't hit the enemy, I don't think you can kill him. That's quality reasoning. No wonder she graduated bottom third of her class at culinary school. Well, that's real shitty. So, shadow device. Yeah, probably gonna need it because we're in overall a terrible we're in, yeah, we're fucked.
Heading out.
So, I mean, we can move Oppenheimer to here. Who has our shadow device? It's not Elizabeth Tudor. We could have her wheel a grenade or mind fray. She is in full cover. That's the one thing we've got going. If we destroy this guy's cover, it will at least encourage him to move. And he is still not... Okay, he's not in cover. Oppenheimer could command. If we were going to have Oppenheimer command, the question is, who would we want that to be? The answer is we'd want it to be Virginia the Big Bad Wolf. There's really nothing better we can do with Oppenheimer. So let's have him go ahead and command someone. Elizabeth Tudor could throw another grenade. I don't really think that does us a whole lot of good. Yeah, go ahead and command Virginia Wolf. We're going to have 0% chance to panic both of these guys. Actually, we can only even see one of those guys. This may seem strange, but I'm actually going to throw the shadow device at this trio of units in half cover. The Big Bad Wolf is in full cover, Elizabeth Tudor's in full cover, and neither of those guys should be able to see the enemy. Okay, well, now William Shakespeare's going to get fucking torn apart. You did a bad turn, Elizabeth Tudor. He's gonna... Oh, I thought Shakespeare was gonna get it again, but turns out he didn't get it. I was expecting he's gonna get it, but no, he didn't actually get it. That's a remarkably difficult shot. What can J. Robert do with, say, a rocket, other than scatter it into our own guys and almost certainly kill them? What about back here? You know what? Yeah, that's fine. This is not gonna hit shit, because J. Robert Oppenheimer is a terrible shot. Oh, he actually did 10 damage and destroyed cover. I'm completely flummoxed whenever an engineer does, or whenever a rocketeer actually does something useful. It completely flummoxes me every time. Elizabeth Tudor gonna take the kill. This mission is largely over then. You know what? Let's go for the mayhem suppression. 2 damage is fine. That's a solid start. We're not gonna have any trouble getting this man dead. I don't know if Virginia the Big Bad Wolf is going to be able to get a shot here. I'm pretty sure she won't.
Confirmed.
If she could and soften him... Oh, good. Oh, Virginia. Oh, 77%. Come on, soften him up for us, please. Or miss...
I'll get him next time.
Yeah, you know, you say that, but... Historical evidence tends to suggest that you will, in fact, probably not get him next time. This will likely kill this man. Yep. I was hoping we might pick up a capture there with maybe a hit and run, but odds were strong that that was always going to kill him, which I'm not really, don't have a problem with it. The reason I did suppression there, by the way, was just in case they had close encounters. No close encounter shots while you're suppressed. I don't think those enemies had it, but I could have probably checked and learned for certain, and if I were a smarter man and better at XCOM, I absolutely would have, but I'm neither smart nor good, so...
With the results so far, especially considering the conditions down there.
Yeah, Dr. Shen. Well, I mean, this time for once, Dr. Shen's Alzheimer-riddled ass is not wrong. The conditions down there were shitty. He's right. They're bad. Double tap is a definitive, absolute must-take. 36 kills on 20 missions. Man, I would have expected the Duke to have a little higher A little higher ratio. This is not fantastic from you, John Wayne. Sitting back on your past laurels, man. I tell you keep behaving like this, you're going to wind up making The Shootist again. And I'm a huge John Wayne fan. I love your work, man. But I think we can all agree that The Shootist was easily probably your shittiest movie. I mean, it was also the last movie you ever made, which sort of sucks because you ended on definitely not a high note. But, you know, I guess not everything can be Rio Bravo. We only got 18 friggin' Illyrium for that mission. Fantastic. That's brilliant. Really good. Yeah. Well, lovely. On that note, I think I'll go ahead and wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see us struggle to get Illyrium on a regular basis, you might also consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.